Hi, my name is Deonte Brown, and this is Shaking It Up with Deonte. And here today we have a staff with us today. What is your name and where are you from?
Okay, great. My name is Spencer Norris, and I am from Atlanta, Georgia.
How do you work with the IDEAL program?
Okay, good question. So with the IDEAL program, I am the inclusion coordinator. So I support inclusive academics, so classes that students take here on campus. I help to create accommodations and modifications. I work with GSU faculty to make that happen. I also do some job development and support outside of campus. And then also just work across the community to make sure that students are included.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good job.
What made you want to become a staff member?
So I wanted to become a staff member because inclusive post-secondary education has always been important to me. So ever since I heard about it, I thought it was really awesome. And I've always wanted to work for a program. I think that it speaks to my strengths too. Kind of love bossing people and managing things, making sure things are organized and everybody's kind of following their schedules and stuff. Plus, it's been a really awesome opportunity to meet new people and learn from everyone. To learn perspectives of people who are younger than me, to learn from people across the state, across the region, across the nation who are doing some of the same things that I'm doing. So that's a lot of the reason why I wanted to work here at IDEAL.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deonte.
Hello, my name is Deonte Brown, and this is Shaking It Up with Deonte. And here we have a teacher joining us today.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Aggie Ibrahimi Bazaz. Thank you for having me on Shaking It Up with Deonte.
How do you work with the IDEAL program?
That's a great question. I have the great privilege of working with you in digital cinematography as a student who represents the IDEAL program. And I know a little bit of the program through Nick Vollmer's work in it. He's one of my colleagues here in the film and media and theater department. And he's been wonderful and is such a strong advocate for the program, has taught me some things about it. But yeah, I get to work with IDEAL students in my classes. So far, that's been my interaction with the program.
Nick Vollmer, he was actually my film teacher.
Oh, how interesting. What class did you take with him?
I took Film Projection 1 with him.
Was that your first film class?
Yes.
Cool. Did you know you liked film before that class, or did it introduce you to film?
It introduced me to film.
Wow. And now you love it.
Yep. Do you love what you do?
That's a good question. Do you love what you do?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
All the time?
Yes.
Dang. I don't always love what I do. But I'll tell you this. As soon as I step into a classroom and I get to work with students like you, then I love it all over again. But there's a lot of things about the job that I wish I didn't have to do. Like, I'm sure sometimes you wish you didn't have to do homework. Do you ever wish that?
Sometimes.
Right. So sometimes I wish I didn't have to do my homework as a teacher, you know? But as soon as I'm working with you all in this classroom space, like in the work we did today in class, then I'm like, I really connect with what I love about it, and that gives me the fuel I need to do the homework stuff.
Interesting. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Deonte. It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me. Ding! Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, Deonte.
Welcome to Shaking It Up with Deonte.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here today.
You're welcome.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. What is your name and where are you from?
What is my name? My name is Mackenzie Settles, and I am born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia.
How do you work with the ideal program?
How do I work? Like, what do I do?
Yes.
Okay, that's a great question. So I am the Ideal Program Coordinator, and so I make sure that the train runs on time, people get to where they need to be, that the program is meeting all of its requirements, and that the students are upholding all of their requirements as well. So I also help with funding and resources for students, and just kind of overseeing the day-to-day activities that happen here at Ideal.
Do you love what you do?
Is that even a question? Yes, of course. I love what I do. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't. But yeah, it's been such a fun road that we've started since 2017, and I can't imagine my life without it. Coming to work is fun, whereas I know a lot of people that it's not something they wake up and look forward to going to, but I come early, I stay late, and love talking and meeting new students and engaging with other people across campus. And I actually was brought on a year before that to help develop the program and the curriculum and really make sure that we were ready to hit the ground running with students on campus. So I guess you would say January 2016, so almost 4 years ago. And it's been a great experience ever since we started, and the growth that the program has experienced and the students have experienced is something that I never really could ever have thought of. It's been incredible.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Even for you, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Deonte. Of course.
This is Shaking It Up with Deonte. Hi. So, my name is Deonte Brown, and this is called Shaking It Up with Deonte. What is your name and where are you from?
My name is John Frazier. I'm originally from North Carolina.
What made you want to become a teacher?
That's a good question. What made me want to become a teacher? Wow. I found that I did it well. I mean, I did it well. I'm a personable person. I like to talk, and I had and have intellectual initiative. You know what I mean? Things interest me, and so like when you have intellectual initiative and you like to talk and you're personable, those three things kind of make you, great for teaching, because that's you're spreading, you're communicating information that is based on, you studying, being interested in things and communicating your interest to others.
Cool. How do you work with the Ideal program?
I have always worked in communities that have been disenfranchised, or communities that have had rich value that had often been disregarded or dismissed. And so being a part of the Ideal program gives me a chance to engage in official organizations and official programs that realize the richness of those communities. And so working with the Ideal program is excellent for me because I get to speak to people who perceive differently, who learn differently, to engage in the challenge of communicating and connecting with those different minds and those different perspectives and perceptions. And I get a chance to grow a little bit, whether I grow in specific empirical knowledge about this statistic or that particular learning ability or disability, or whether I just learn because I find out that I don't have patience for something that I need to have patience for. Like, oh, I need to have more patience for that. Or that I've made a decision about something without prior knowledge, and then when I get the knowledge, I'm like, oh, I can make other decisions. This does not mean that, it means this. And so it gives me a chance to adapt and to grow.